Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunburned Albino's abridged playthrough of Soulsilver. Our first task of this episode is to go catch a couple of runaway Farfetch'd who won't listen to their noob-ass trainer's assistant. Luckily it's Soulsilver and not just Silver, so you can actually tell what direction they're facing. I don't know why after I bring them back to the guy they don't just take off again, but I won't ask questions. Wrangling up disobeying Pokemon nets me the HM for Cut, which I teach to Totodile, who is the only one that can learn it, little better than Scratch at least. Coming up behind a guy being very environmentally unfriendly lets me teach Headbutt to Slowpoke, which is double the power of Tackle, which is awesome. What they don't tell you is that there is not a single headbuttable tree in the whole forest that actually has Pokemon in it. We meet another kimono girl lost in the woods, who my character seems to think is the same one we ran into in Violet City because she's racist. Not all Japanese girls look alike, alright? Just most of the plain ones, like with any other race. This one's dumb though, because the exit is like 15 paces to the left of her. I mean, didn't you come from that way? Because I didn't run into you at my gate. My Ekans is like Satan telling Eve where the tree of knowledge is. This way, over here. I finally found a tree with dudes in it, but it's just Hoot Hoot and Kakuna. You can get Heracross out of these trees sometimes though, or at least the ones east of Ecruteak. Remember how in Silver this girl gave you a TM for Sweet Scent? Well, she still has the same dialogue, acting like she's gonna give you something that'll make filling your Pokedex easier, then she pulls the TM for Taunt out of her ass? What is your Butterfree doing with Taunt? None of what you say is relevant anymore. Steamrolling my way through all these trainers, Ethan is related to the daycare people, which is fitting considering he's a giant baby about relationships. What, Grandma? Girlfriend? Yuck! Ew! Intimacy? Boobies? Barf! One day you'll learn, kid. Once you go missing, no, you never go back. But now it's time to go to my favorite building in this whole game and play some goddamn Voltorb flip. You want tips? I'll give you some tips. Any row with 0 Voltorb, flip that shit. Any row whose top and bottom numbers add up to 5, don't flip that shit. Voltorb flip requires some investigative detective work on occasion. Instead of going for Hail Mary fuck it flips all the time, do the math. It's more important than you think to deduce which multiplier values a row has too. Does this row with 6 coins and 1 Voltorb have a single times 3 or 2 times 2s? That information can make all the difference in your next decision. Of course, you can never completely eliminate luck from the equation. I made it to level 7, which is the highest game level, and you're gonna say I cheated, but I swear to you I didn't. And you're gonna say I'm lying, but I swear to you I'm not. I was really proud. That's the first time I ever got that far. Winning at level 7 can net you anywhere from 1100 to 1700 coins, and then you just keep replaying it until you lose. After about a half hour of footage, I made it to 2100 coins, which allowed me to stroll right over to these gentlemen and pick me up a Dratini with the worst possible nature it could have. Always save before you receive gift Pokemon. Learn from your father's mistakes. What's worse is I took Dratini to that friendship measurer. Look what she said. It doesn't like me at all? It looks mean? Does it know what I went through to get it? I could tolerate a shitty attitude like that if you had an adamant nature, but you're a modest little bitch and I will straighten you out before the day is done. Waste of my coins just because Dragon Rage one-shots all these trainers' Pokemon doesn't mean you're all hard. Anyway, back to better things. Just walking along when, oh? Togepi hatches from the egg. I thought I'd give him a nickname befitting of his overall situation in life. Now right when it hatches, Professor Elm calls to tell me it hatched. Are you spying on me? Unfortunately, you will never meet Togepi because your XP share isn't worth the trip for me. Let's get Togepi acquainted with his new permanent home. Now it's time to get my certified free bicycle from a shop owner who has no idea how to run a business. I mean, your loan me a bike to advertise plan works in theory, but maybe you shouldn't give the word of mouth job to the mute kid. People are just seeing my bicycle, they don't know where I got it. Unless you invented the bicycle and are the world's premier only bike shop, I don't see this working out for you. Let's talk about this couple. They're in a relationship. The girl thinks her boyfriend is weak and can't rely on him, while the boy is trying to show off for her. The thing is, the boy could easily beat the girl in a battle. He has Sandshrew and Meryl. She only has Pikachu. She could take on the Meryl easily enough, but Sandshrew could tank like 10 quick attacks before it goes down. Pikachu doesn't have that kind of bulk. My investment in this is, guys, you don't have to prove yourself to your girlfriends when you're clearly better than them. That's something I've struggled with my whole life. Today's Thursday, which means the bug catching contest is on today. This guy acts like he's never seen a trainer with multiple Pokemon before, like he doesn't know what to do. Uh-oh, I guess use your first one? What if I want to use my third? Does that throw a wrench in your whole operation? I don't want to have to exit out of a conversation and rearrange my Pokemon because you can't handle a party of 2 or more. Anyway, this is a golden opportunity for Dratini to knock out some Scyther and Pinsir for good XP. I have no interest in keeping any of the bug Pokemon, but I do want to win, and I know that while Scyther is always a strong rarity choice, you get more points the higher level a Pokemon is, and the more HP it has when you catch it. So when level 17 Kakuna comes along with a full tank of health, I see money. Or a Sunstone in this case. The cool thing is I don't even place because fuck everything, and the two guys at the top tied in score with Paris and Metapod at 321 points. I had the right idea. But now it's time for the gym battle with Whitney, one of the most notorious gym leaders in the Pokemon fandom because of how nobody could handle her Miltank at the beginning. Oh, I'm gonna make you cry so hard you'll forget to give me my gym badge, you bitch. Curse spam Slowpoke sweep? I think so. It's not cheap. I had plenty of different ways I could have taken on that Miltank. Could have intimidated it with Ekans, or used Onix to lower its defense, could have double Dragon Raged with Dratini, that would have ended things decisively. My point is I use what's available, and I want Slowpoke to level up anyway. I'm gonna demote Totodile to HM Slave soon, and Onix is gonna get tossed at some point, so I might as well buff my mainstays. I thought about getting a less shitty Dratini, but it's too late, I already trained it too much, and I'm lazy. Here's the thing. If I can just explain my party ambitions real quick. Machop, Geodude, Abra, Scyther, Ghastly, even Onix, these are all Pokemon I would train if I could evolve them without trading. But I can't, so I don't, because as the GTS is my only option, the Pokemon I trade won't be the Pokemon I get back. I get emotionally attached still. I don't want someone else's Graveler turned Golem, I want my Graveler turned my Golem. Anyway, Whitney goes down like a chump and throws a fit. That's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.